Welcome back to the Ken and the Prez Show Championship Round Playoff Edition. Here to make our picks for the NFC and AFC Championships in that order. That's what we're going to do for you today. Won't deep dive too much into an interesting divisional round. Commanders, Lions, I'm sorry. You can't win in the playoffs, even if you're at home when you turn the ball over 5 times. That's a lot. That's a lot. So, NFC Championship game features the Commanders and maybe the best rookie season we've ever seen from a quarterback in Jayden Daniels. And going again into Philadelphia, where the Eagles are a little beat up, a little racked, mostly the quarterback position. Everybody's been worried about Jalen Hurts. They were worried about him last week. And then what's he do? He comes out and scores the first points of the game on a 44-yard run. I don't think he'll be doing that this week. Banged up knee, probably have a knee brace on. But, I know the Commanders will lean into that game, the second matchup where they won, and when that was Kenny Pickett starting. The problem for me is I just really don't think, and if you go back and look at the Lions game, the Lions were able to run the ball really well. I don't think the Commanders can stop the Eagles running the football. I really don't. So I look for the Commanders to be smart, come out and play man on the outside, load the box. And then on offense, they're just going to go for it every time. Every fourth down. They're just going for it. And I think they're going to do it. I'm picking the Commanders. What am I doing? What am I doing? You want to get nuts? Let's get nuts. I'm picking the Commanders. I think Jayden Daniels is going to do it. I think Dan Quinn is a better head coach than Nick Sirianni. I do think Fangio's a really good coordinator, but I think Sirianni's a disaster. So, I'm picking the Commanders. Ken, who are you taking?
The only reason that I think the Commanders could do pretty good on offense is because the Eagles don't have great pass rush off of the edge. And I don't think that would matter that much because Jayden Daniels has been doing really great under pressure. So I think he will have a lot of time to throw. But I think the Eagles have a pretty good secondary. So I think it's going to be tough to get open targets. And I think eventually the Eagles will be able to stop the Commanders. And on offense, I still think they're going to be able to do good running ball as the Eagles have done all year. So I think the Eagles will end up winning this game, although I could see the Commanders giving them some trouble. They usually do. I still think Philadelphia is the much better team. I think they have more weapons on offense, and I think they have better secondary, just better defense overall. Just in all the areas, I think they should be able to outplay the Commanders. I think in a few spots, the Commanders will be able to beat the Eagles, and in some moments, I think it will be a close game, but I think the Eagles will just grind away and be able to pull out the win.
And you picked them to go to the Super Bowl preseason, so good pick by you if they make it. Good job by you. I won't talk about my Lions blowing the best chance they've ever had to go to the Super Bowl at home. Sorry, Detroit fans. Anyway, AFC Championship. Bills, Chiefs. They've played in the AFC title game before. This is not their first rodeo. It's not the first time that Josh Allen and the Bills and the Chiefs have played. They played last year in the divisional round. Bills had really good chance at home, lost. In fact, the Buffalo Bills that have been led by Josh Allen are 0-3 against the Chiefs in the playoffs. We all remember the 13-2 game. We had the divisional round game last year, and then we got the AFC Championship game that happened in 2019. So, Bills have had their chances. And you could say maybe this roster is maybe the worst out of those ones. But the way they're playing, the way they're coached, they have an identity. And that identity is we're going to run the football and we're going to be smart passing the ball. We're not going to turn it over. And we're going to keep games close. and then we're going to rely on our superstar to be a superstar. And it's worked. I mean, if you look at the game last week against Baltimore, Baltimore had more yardage, had the ball more. All the Bills did was get a few turnovers and play smart football. They didn't press it down the field. They just ran the football, dinked and dunked their way to the AFC Championship. Will that work against the Chiefs and Steve Spagnuolo's defense? I don't know. I mean, they did beat them in the regular season, but this Chiefs team is way healthier now than they were in that game. While the Bills have a lot of injuries to their secondary. So, it's a tough game. I did pick Kansas City to go to the Super Bowl preseason, but since the Lions are out, what does that even mean? I'm going to be rooting for the Bills. I really want this 7-year run of Kansas City to be over with. I'm tired of seeing them in the Super Bowl. I'm sure everybody outside of Kansas City can say the same thing. So I'm going to take the Bills. I'm going to say just Josh Allen is going to exercise the demons. He's going to leave it all on the line, and he's going to take the Bills to the first Super Bowl in 30 years. Ken, who you got?
This game, I think it will be a close game. And I think either this game will be as how these games usually go, where the Bills end up, being able to beat the Chiefs in the regular season, but then they just can't do it in the postseason, or the Bills will finally be able to break through and beat Kansas City. And if you look at the last game that they played against the Ravens, they played well. They were able to capitalize on all the turnovers that the Ravens made, and they were able to be another good team. But I think you could say maybe they got a little lucky. Mark Andrews had a bad drop at the very end of the game that could have led to an overtime win for the Ravens, and they turned over the ball multiple times. But maybe the Bills were just played very well, and they deserved that win. But I think Kansas City, coming off of a good win against Houston, will be able to win against Buffalo. I think just Kansas City, they always find a way, and I think they will just play good football. I think they will be able to be successful on offense, and I think it will be a close game. I could see either team winning, but Bills somehow, I think they could mess it up, or the Chiefs get lucky, or they just get outplayed. But I think Kansas City has some talent and great coaching, and I think they will be able to win.
Alrighty. Those are our picks for the games on Sunday. Have a great day tomorrow enjoying the games. Good luck to all teams involved, and we'll be back in the next coming weeks for Super Bowl and some more content. Have a great day.